Hello friends, welcome back to my gaming channel New York. So let's continue on our gameplay walkthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. So we have been continuing our main quest, searching for something or something somewhere like Gaia told us to go so that we can destroy Hades. So now Gaia Prime. We are moving towards the ruins of Gaia Prime. That way.
Keep that for later.
There's a green block there. One more left. I got all of them, but I lost almost all of my health. My medicine pouch is almost empty now. Let's gather as much as possible, as much as is available actually.
Can't be too prepared.
That killed one of my medicine health bar. Okay, let's climb. I really thought that I was going to die in that fight, but somehow I managed to survive.
Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
Left.
Guard you've got, Gaia.
Okay, finally I'm about to defeat it. But almost all my health is gone. The storm bird took away almost all my health. There isn't any
Snow haze. White as brown.
else around here.
That thought got dark.
Okay. Let's move forward. What else can I do? At least I'm able to feel my current health. These are not health.
Stocking up.
Okay. Okay, we are able to kill at least one of our helpers. Medicine from our medicine house. Now two. Thank God, we are able to have two of our medicine pouch.
I'll tuck that away. Sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
Okay. Climb up the outcrop. Okay.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Okay.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
So this is the bunker of Gaia Prime. Okay. Let's go in and
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years.
talk to Silence. First, let's see if there is anything else in this room.
There'll be enough time later for you to ransack this place.
Okay, let's talk to Silence.
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Why did you come here?
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
Repairing Gaia.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
Why aren't you here?
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
Okay, I'm going in.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Activate scan.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Search the ruins for the Master Overdrive. Why is Silence still here?
Yes?
Goodbye.
I need to get going.
Nothing else in here, I hope. Okay. Let's get inside. Just hold on a minute. Sorry for the disturbance. We have to go through here, right? So let's check this side if we have anything here. There's something here. Gaia Prime arrival log.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And here we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
Okay. Nothing else in this room? So let's proceed.
Mind your footing.
Thanks for the warning. I was just going straight and I would have fallen. Still. I was even using wrong English. I said I would have fallen. Okay. Let's keep moving forward. Nothing in this room. Okay. Okay, this is the open area. Looks like a point to rappel down. Yeah. Do I need to actually get across? I think. Let's check this side first. Most probably nothing is here. Yeah. Just like I expected, there's nothing here.
Guess that's my way across.
I'm just saying, what is this way? I guess it is over. So let's get right down. This is not it. Okay. Let's climb
It's
again.
held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer. Glad that's over.
Okay, so here is the other side. We have to go up this time. But there seems to be something down there. Let's check down first, then we'll go up.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
I know. But... okay, there is nothing here. Just the crate was helpful still. Let's get up. Okay, so through here we need to go. to go that side. There is nothing back here. Nothing here too, so let's follow.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
It will go straight through, so let's check here first. Doesn't seem to have anything. Okay, there is something here. Lock Marvo Shen.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. But the last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders and lottery winners and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific, and none of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Okay. We have to go there. But let's check this side for one. So we came to here only, right? And then we check this place. Yeah. So we have to go that side now. Okay, let's follow. We need to go inside there. If there is nothing here, let's go on our way. There is a door back here. Is it the same place? I don't think so. Okay, forget it. Let's get along. Further. There's something here. Log Charles Ronson.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Paik I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like.
and without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given a chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Okay, let's proceed. So we need to go up. Nothing down here, right? Okay, let's move up. There are nothing here.
Elizabeth's room.
Okay.
I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful...
Okay. Sobek Journal 11/1964. File damage under repair. All of these are file damage under repair.
device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Okay. And I need to proceed through here. Why did I came from there? Okay. There's nothing else here. Okay. So let's proceed.
Elizabeth. What is this?
There's something here. No. Just another door. Looks like there is nothing in this room too. No, we didn't find anything here. Before activating that, I want to check if everything we have covered or not. Looks like yes. So let's go and activate the shrine. Holographic something.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
That's a lot to reckon. So, but still, it does not explain what happened after that. Like, is she still alive, or if she died, how she died? Who knows? Let's check the data point. We were talking to Sirens. Log, Charles Lonson.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
And there is another one right here. Travis State, okay.
Look, Liz, you're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Okay. Rest in peace.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
That's it. Let's talk to Silence.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Stop acting like a machine.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel, to to care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Search the ruins of Master Overdrive. So now we will be able to get into that door only. That door that was locked. Open door. Okay. Let's get moving. We need to go in there. There's nothing here, so let's move there. There's a data point here. The future.
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
That's it. Okay, so we need to climb again, I suppose. Yes. And through here. Let's push forward.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Okay. And more climbing. But I love the climbing in this game. This is actually fun. There's a data point here. The solution.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition by subtraction. I can make it better, Les. With a single stroke, make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Okay. Looks like I need to get up there. Okay, let's get through here. So I need to go through here. But is there anything on the other side? There looks to be a place here. There must be something here, right? No, looks like there is nothing here. There is a section this side that broke off. Okay, let's get back. Let's get here. Right. Okay. bodies of the team members.
What?
Okay, but it doesn't look natural.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
Okay. Which means the door was locked from the outside. I'm first going to check this side. There's just a supply crate here. Okay, let's move in. Examine the control room. Okay, let's see this.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
So he killed them all. Ted Farrow. I never really liked the guy. That's a sad ending. Okay.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the sun ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we are living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope.
Claim the master overdrive.
The master override. That's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
So this is what I used to kill Hades. Okay. Return to Silence Workshop. So he has a workshop also. question is getting out be so easy? I highly doubt it. Okay.
Good?
Try not to fall to your death.
Just like I
The
said.
master override doesn't override gravity.
Won't be so easy. Okay, we have to get through this. So far it looks still okay. Let's see. It is looking okay so far. It's telling me to go this side. Okay, through here I have to go there, right? I think I need to go through here, I don't know. But there is nothing here. What the hell? So where do I go? How do I go up there? Okay, I need to jump there. Then get up here. Okay, I have to go through here. Not through here. Okay, I have to get up through here. And through here. Okay, Silence's workshop I think is the starting door where he was there. Or his hologram was there.
You're here.
For a moment,
What?
our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse, helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire, not Meridian. The Spire. Now, why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission to wake the machines so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. so Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
Tell me everything about you and Hades.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the eclipse, everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
Hades.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
The Spire?
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
Why the Karja?
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
Neither of you cared about Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
Why did you betray them?
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late?
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
When did you find out about me?
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
Is there nothing you won't do for knowledge? You have done what you could do to make up for your mistake. Okay, let's do this.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really? So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Attach the master overdrive to the lamps. Okay, we are getting a new weapon. That's amazing. But we have some data points here. Let's check. First meeting, okay.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine.
Define timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sanctum's reign.
Define Karja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja.
Now that's more like it.
There's another here. Buried shadow.
They're coming.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Araman understand the Glint Hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun.
times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O Shadow of Prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Intercepted translation.
Task is complete.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing.
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Okay. So we are getting a new lens. Powerful enough to kill Hades. Silences lens. Okay.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
And how do I get down? I just fell down to my death. I thought she will hold the rope and get down. But
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
The question is, how do I get from the stairs over there? Okay, time to raffle down. So we have 2 skill points. Let's do this. Expert Carver. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things with 4 skill points. 3 skill points. Okay. Let's get to a position and save our game. We will get here and save our game and end it for now. So what is our next quest level? It is level 34. Okay. So we'll get here on the way and get this vantage and then get to this campfire. Sobek journal. Okay. This one is repaired. All of them repaired? No, only one. Okay. Let's read this. Text data point quest. Just draft inscription of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of starship bridges on those cheesy old SF bits. Living space for Alpha already complete. Prefab modules. Finger crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not the Relisian sounds much better. Spent last weeks at the Bryce site designing the ZD Project Labs, drawing up protocols. The base we are repurposing was huge, plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crews already set up my office or lab. I am not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Miri's intention was to ensconce me as all-seeing presence. An opposite effect makes me feel watched on display. Attempt to paint it over. Harris recorded his presentation yesterday, suitably bleak, scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge and hollow theaters and first residence block at ZD site are finished, we will start processing the candidates being held outside Tuscan 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pac Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be. Snatched from the streets, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours of sleep here, then fly back to the ZD site. Harris promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect MK1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble and test. I aim to launch GAIA at 0.68 gravity. From there I will spin her up past 1.0 T. Wonder how long it will take me to break the 1.38 T record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. Okay. It still looks a lot far away.
Saving these for the trail.
Sword up there. We have to climb this. Yeah, it is.
Forget about traveling light.
Access Vantage Castle.
A pocket shitstorm tour, day 10. So here's where I learned how the world would end. My second apocalypse in a year. Looks like there's a lot of construction going on now. Why would that be?
Okay. Let's go to the notebook. Data point. Okay. These are the audio data points. We missed 2, it looks like. So overall we missed 3 audio data points. And what else? Okay, collectibles. This set is complete. Let's see this. King's Peak. Text. Hi Ma. I was surprised when FAS sent me out here, and not just because the meeting was going to be held in real space. I was surprised to discover that anyone at FAS still knew I existed. When I returned to work after treatment, HR informed me I had been reassigned to the vantage point. I was excited. The professional death sentence. It was exactly the professional death sentence I was expecting. The carrier equivalent of getting sent into a red zone without an environmental suit. Everyone knew Vantage was one of those doomed projects FS kept around solely for the purpose of assigning dead enders to them, especially head cases like me who couldn't be summarily fired for fear of parity litigation. Month by month, management would find losers on a lost cause, then cancel the project and lay everyone off. A ship of fools sunk with a single torpedo, and wrongful dismissal if it's downsizing. I had nothing better to do, so I spent my time studying the tech. Chip design wasn't my forte, but I knew enough to admire what the engineers had accomplished with the Eternity chip. Stored data was guaranteed to last 50,000 years or more without degradation. As for the Vantage itself, the project was little more than a failed marketing plan. The idea was to promote the tech by burying unlocked Eternity chips and at scenic locations around the world. Public domain time capsules where enthusiasts could cache date-locked data. The project got as far as developing the Spike's portable drill application to sync the chips, then stalled when brass heckle encapsulators came to market and stole Eternity's thunder. Anyway, I had been at Vantage 3 weeks when FAS unexpectedly sent me out here for real space meeting. Me, a ender, worked a doomed project dispatched to a high security FAS R&D site inside King's Peak. It didn't make sense. Security put me in a small conference room and told me to wait. It was downright claustrophobic, dim lights, bad ventilation, more like an interrogation room from one of the 90s pop films. But what really got my attention was the noises coming through the wall. The non-stop bang and clutter of construction was building something big in the mountain. Something big. The door opened and some dudes wearing FAS badge filed in. I recognized one of them, Brad Andak, a military division replication engineer I met when I first joined the company, but I don't think he recognized me. He stayed at the back of the room, the whole time looking distraught. I was about to ask what the hell was going on when a woman wearing a hijab walked in. She didn't introduce herself, but she didn't have to. It was Samina Ebaji, former lead archivist of the Odyssey, architect of the entire Homer project. Not a global celebrity by any means, but if you grow up following the Odyssey projects like I did, you knew her on sight. Ebaji sat down and started asking extremely precise questions about the upper range tolerance of Eternity chips. Then she asked me to speculate about the feasibility of various upgrade paths. The interview lasted maybe 10 minutes, whereupon she thanked me for my time and left. Everyone else filed out after her. Security came for me a few minutes later and escorted me to my berth the whole way back to FAS. I kept trying to figure what had just happened. What was Samina Ebaji doing at a classified Pharaoh R&D site asking me questions about eternity? It didn't add up, but by the time I ended, I knew I wasn't going to give up until I puzzled it out. The worst that could happen was I would get fired, and that was going to happen anyway. It took a couple days and some geo work, but I got a fix on Brad and Dax soon enough. He was going on to a different board every night, bringing it to a point of blacking out. I shadowed him until I managed to proxy his focus and dupe his net protocols. I didn't find anything strange in his financial records or media patterns. I was starting to think I had wasted my time. Then I accessed his Dreambox account and found the journal he'd been keeping the past few weeks. It was all there, how the world would end. My first thought was, well, at least my mother didn't live to see this. My second thought was that nothing mattered anymore, which made it pretty obvious that I should kill myself. Okay. Let's get back down. So let's get to this point here and save the game and end it for now. This was a pretty large part. So I need to climb down. Looks like there is no point to replace here to help me rappel down. They should have given a place to help me rappel down at least. Okay, let's start climbing now.
These will keep.
Okay, my health bar is at least full. So let's go manual save here. Is there anything here?
Can't carry more.
No. Okay, that's it for this video. I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.